everybody, welcome back to the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. My name is Scott. If you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you're hitting the bell notification. That's going to alert you to when I'm doing new uploads or live streams. So today from unclenearest Distillery, this is going to be their unclenearest 1884 small batch whiskey. Mash bill on this one is undisclosed, proof 93 proof or 46.5% ABV. It is non-age stated, and the MSRP on this one is right around that $40 price point. So typically what I try to do with all or most of my reviews is we'll go through the appearance, we'll nose it, we'll taste it, and then get into any other general information regarding the product. So this is a other whiskey that I did a review of not long ago, and I'll leave that in the description above. So let's go ahead and we'll kind of get into the review. So again, this is the unclenearest 1884 small batch whiskey. So as you can see, color-wise with this, and what I try to also do is move the whiskey around in the glass for two reasons. One, to help it open up a little bit, and then also to see if there's any oily factors to it, which is really allowing it to kind of stick to the glass, which I always like to see in stuff. So as you can see, this is kind of a honey-ish type of color, like again, like a light amber type of color to it. And it is actually sticking to the glass pretty nicely. So that's something I really like with a whiskey. It gives you a good idea of maybe how coating it's going to be, in your mouth. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get into the nose. So right away, there's definitely that corn presence. Even like a sweet maple. Really strong vanilla note to that. Some caramel is there. Actually, a lot of the caramel is really starting to kind of come through as I moved it around in the glass a little bit. Even a toasted aspect, like maybe a toasted marshmallow, or just that toastedness that you get with something like that. Nice sweet, really nice sweet nose. Maybe some light citrus, more of like a green citrus, like an apple, something like that. And then I just got like a bit of like a toasted coconut. Again, there's that nice toasted aspect to it, which is nice on the nose. Some light oak as well. Really, actually a pretty nice nose. I'm not getting a lot of heat or anything. You wouldn't expect that from 93 proof, but there is something there. All right, let's get into the taste. Cheers. So right away, that corn sweetness is there. Not like a grainy or a youthful corn presence. It's just, you do get that grain, but it's not like from a young bourbon or anything like that, or a young whiskey. But there is some of that sweet corn aspect to it. Again, that vanilla is really coming out fairly strong in this. Some of the light oaks. And there's that toasted aspect to it again. It's a very interesting profile. Something I wasn't necessarily expecting with this, and maybe it's just through their processing or the barrels that they're doing the finishing in. But there's that toasted aspect to it. A fair amount of spice. There's actually a nice baking spice that's there to it, or rye spice. So it kind of starts out sweet, get into kind of the mid palate where some of maybe the oak starts to kind of come through a little bit in it. But again, that toasted aspect really kind of starts to come out. So really nice. Kind of surprised. A little bit of that maple just kind of came through on that as well. But again, some of that sweet corn, some of the oak. Really, really nice so far. Does start to kind of dry out a tad. And then with that second sip, there was like a little bit of a hint of like a orange peel or like a fresh orange zest, something like that to it. Really kind of interesting waves to it. I think this offers, I think for just about any whiskey lover, I think this offers quite a bit actually. Again, at 93 proof, there's still a little bit of that spice, touch of heat, nothing that's going to blow you away or anything like that. But overall, I think it offers a fair amount. There's a lot kind of going on, a lot of the whiskey notes that I think a lot of people enjoy, in a bourbon or a whiskey. That I think a lot of people would really enjoy this one. So I'm very, very pleasantly surprised by this one. Wasn't exactly sure, what I was going to get with this. And again, this is probably a little younger than the original 1856 that they released, maybe a year and a half or so ago. But again, I think the 1884 small batch really offers a nice whiskey experience overall. So really happy with that. I guess it would be something that I would say for like a daily sipping whiskey. I think this would hit a lot of those categories that people look for, in a particular whiskey that I think a lot of people would enjoy. So, give it a shot. And as always, I'm always interested to hear others' thoughts on the whiskeys that I'm reviewing. So leave a comment. Let me know if you tried the 1884 small batch by Unclenearest. And, always interested to hear about that. Now let's go back to the kind of the finished part of it. I think it's probably all of medium, leaves you with some of that upfront sweetness, some of that toasted aspect. You start to get into a little bit more of the barrel influence, the oak, again, that toasted aspect. Kind of finishes with a really nice spice to it. So I really enjoy that. And the proof, again, at 93 proof, I think it's enough there to maybe qualify this as a nice daily sipping, whiskey. So I think finish-wise, probably all of, probably medium at best. But again, overall nice sipping whiskey experience. So again, leave comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this, if this is something that you've tried and kind of some of your thoughts. So, and as always, again, subscribe, again, leave some comments. And also want to say thank you again for tuning in to another review. And you can also follow me on social media at My Bourbon Journey on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you'd like to support or contribute to the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. So again, thank you very much for tuning in to another review. And like I say, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.